So my man, Sean right here, he's from Australia or whatever, and he just like chipped a bone in his ankle. And he was explaining to me his experience at urgent care and how different it is, and I have to document this. So tell me.
Okay. It looks like a normal doctor's office, whatever, but where the reception desk is, there's a big sign and it says checkout, like you're at SKATER Brothers or the grocery store or something. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
So I had to pay. It was $95 to see the doctor, and then for the X-ray was $130.
How crazy is that?
And then for my MRI, $420.
No way.
Which is fine. I can pay for it. I have the money, but it just blows my mind that you have to pay to see a doctor.
It is such a transaction. Like
it was really weird.
You get a receipt.
She was like, "All right, we're ready to do your X-ray. Did you want to pay now?" Or and I was like, yeah." It felt really weird. Like it was like paying for sex or something. That is the #1 biggest culture shock I've had living here.
It wasn't the ham that already has cheese in it? Yeah, they sell it at Walmart. Yeah, I've never had it, but yeah, there's like, or it's bologna that has cheese in it. I'm sorry, like little cheese nuggets in it. It's really gross looking, but
it's just a shock to the system.
Yeah.
It'll work.
It works?
Oh yeah, it'll work. That was sick. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Yes, it's coming. This is the smallest possible thing in the world you could try this trick on too. So, props to Daniel. Oh, next tee. What did I say, guys? What the fakey? Wow. This guy.
Sick balls.
The magician. Yes, I reckon you got.
That's my first full from people on a ledge. Woo.
Oh! Oh, robbery. Daylight robbery. Woo! Yes. Oh, you tease.
Yeah, I decided that Tiago Lemos is going in the wrong direction. I think small is the new big. Everything's getting more compact, you know, like iPod Nanos, like, you know, took out the iPod, and I think this, you know, the iPhone 12 mini is, you know, one of the more sought after phones. So like something lower than a curb, which this ledge actually is, it's literally angle iron high. That's the future. I'm skating in the future. And if you want to try to keep up with that, you can't. Actually, this might actually be a normal sized ledge and just look small compared to me. But that was fun, man. Skating little stuff like that was actually more fun than skating a regular sized ledge because it's just I don't know. I don't skate little stuff like that all the time. I need to. Very playful. But that's also the kind of thing that I'd get hurt on. So when Sean got this ankle injury, he did it trying to tail slide this really sketchy hubba.
I shouldn't have done it, you know.
Honestly, you should have. I thought it was a sick hubba. People used to skate it back in the day, but it starts off like, it's not like low at the top, but it starts off a little bit lower than a handrail, but it drops off tall.
Yeah, it's really mellow, then drops off tall.
And how many stairs is it?
I think it was 7.
Yeah, 7 stair. And he was just kind of going over like what happened. He was like, yeah, you know when you're trying a trick, and I was like, yeah, you already know you're gonna fall. And he was like, well, like, and he explained it very articulately in my mind. He said, when your mind and body are 2 separate entities, when you're like rolling up to something, and that definitely resonates with me in the way that like there's been times where like I'm trying to make myself try something, and it's like my mind is honestly just being like no, and but my like adrenaline's pushing me to try it, and my body's like, you got this. Like, even though it's obviously like my mind and my mind, my body doesn't have its own mind. It does feel separate as far as like my logic versus how I'm feeling.
Yes.
You know,
because in your head you're like, come on.
Yeah.
And your body's like, the messages aren't going through, and you're just like, it's like lagging.
Yeah, 100%. And when that happens, I'm not saying you're gonna get hurt,
but you should pull back.
I honestly think that is like the highest likelihood of getting hurt, when you have that feeling. That, because people will call it what you want. You can call it a gut feeling, you can call it intuition, but what it really is I don't know, magic. I don't know how would you scientifically explain that? I mean, like, maybe your body is keeping track of how exhausted you are, or maybe your body's aware of how overbearing the fear is over your motor skills. Because that's the thing.
It affects your nervous system. So your nervous system's like, do this.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about when you're really, really scared of something, but you have like, you're just like, fuck it, I got it right here. I'm not talking about that, because that's when you're like, you're feeling it. You know what I mean? You're like, I want to get this so bad. But when there's a part of you that's saying, like, almost like a big brother to you, almost being like, hey, like, maybe don't try this. Like, not because you're scared, but like, today's not the day.
Yeah.
Like sit down.
Like, I had a couple of tries and I landed, and it was like, oh, maybe I should ease off a bit. And I was like, nah, like, Eric's here, he's going to shoot a photo, I'm going to have a sick photo to post on Instagram, I'm going to have a sick clip.
Yeah.
Not worth it. Like, if you're feeling like I should pull back, because it's been 3 months now, I still can't skate properly. Yeah. And I feel gutted.
Yeah. And with that experience, I actually don't really have any stories of me being hurt going through those motions, because as you know, if I'm not into something, I won't even come, like, I won't even take a run up to it. I'd be like, nope, not today, like, not gonna do it. Yeah. I get hurt trying stuff that I'm too comfortable trying. I only get hurt warming up. I don't really ever get hurt like trying something that I'm really scared of, because I'm like very tuned in and focused. And I talked a lot about that in different videos, where I think the least likely time that I'm gonna get hurt is when I'm really scared of something, because all of my senses are like at the highest peak of like, okay, we're not falling. But when I'm just dorking around, man, like, broke my foot 50-50ing a flat bar this high. You know, I broke my arm sliding down a ramp on my butt. Like, just the dumbest stuff. Yeah. So there's this like sort of low rail to get onto. As you can see, it's like relatively small. But I was here one day. It wasn't in his part, and I was very surprised that it wasn't in his part. Andy Anderson did front 5-0 the whole way, and then front foot impossibled out. He also did, like, we were here and he was originally trying 50-50 big spin front board, and it just wasn't working. And then I was like, well, just play with it, see what else you could do. So he like 50-50 it first try, Smithed it first try, Smith front blunted it first try, 5-0'd it first try, and then I was like, oh, can you front foot impossible out of 5-0s? And then he did that in like 10 minutes. And then we talked about the 50-50 no comply 180 out that he does, and then he ended up doing that on this rail, where he did like 50-50 no comply 180 out with putting his foot on the rail. And my suggestion, and I also suggested that the photo and the magazine should be his foot on the rail, so people are like, how the hell did he get it there? And I think that's the photo that they ended up using. So basically, I did 50-50 no comply 180 out on this. I get full credit. Andy Anderson was just my puppet, if anything. No, I could never do that. I would die. But yeah, super sick. That boy is good. A part of me just like wants to just do a quick feeble, or it'd be a fun nose slide. But we were skating that park all day, and I'm tired. Maybe if I warm up on something else in the school, though, and I'm feeling froggy, I might actually come back and skate this, because I do want to do nose slide tricks on it. Long nose slides on round rails, I'm a big fan of. So here's the real rail that I wanted to skate a while ago. It's like at a police department or whatever, so I'm not going to skate it, because it's heavy stupid. But basically, it's this real long one that shoots out. Really want to nose slide it. And this ground, it's like fake brick. It's just glossed over and super smooth. You hit a little bit of a, it's not even a rough patch. It looks rougher than it is. That's also glossed over. But to sit on a nose slide for this entire rail, just like a long backside nose slide and just, you know, move this stuff out of the way. But I'm also looking at like a quick trick down this 3-stair, and then a trick over this would look cool. I think this place is closed on Sunday, so maybe I'll come back. But definitely want to come skate here soon.
Oh, are you good? Yeah. That was a really good commando roll. You got pinched.
There was just a lot of body movement when I'm still warming up. I mean, if we were adults with wax, it'd be a way easier section.
You know what they say in Sydney? Just go faster.
That's what they say everywhere but Southern California. Where I live now, we don't say that.
Oh, that was a lot of energy.
What do you mean?
Bursting.
We got
Explosive energy.
We got so much. So much more to give.
Oh! Oh my god, were you going for feeble?
I tried.
Your wheel got like stuck.
Yeah, I definitely under-ollied by a significant amount.
There it is. Man, you're shutting this spot down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, sometimes I just roll to a spot and
Just sweeping. Casually, just sweeping.
I'm the worst. Hey, you know, I just realized you start recording. I didn't even like try to sweep the area, dude.
Dude, you need a sweeper. Especially look at all these rocks next to the spot.
I'm like I don't prepare for anything. I'm terrible at this. Like I get so I'll see like a line that I want to do and I get excited. I'm like, yeah, but it's just like, maybe like look at the spot before I try to skate it. I'm so tired. So who has the drill but doesn't have the T-tool? Tell you who. This clown. I'm just gonna try to I mean, clearly that's not gonna work. I don't know why I'm even trying that. I'm not exactly a strong-fingered person, so try this again. That was the worst kickflip ever. I'm literally the worst.
really good.
Going too fast. I'm going too far. So yeah, that feeling separation from your body, I would love to have a very articulate way to explain what the logic behind that is, but I don't have it.
I feel like when you skate, you're one being, like your mind and when you're in that flow and you can just everything just flows together.
Yeah, your body does what you think you feel like it's gonna do.
Yeah,
like
I just wasn't that day, and I was like literally, I had like water and I was like splashing it on my face, and I was like, come on, I just couldn't wait.
Oh, you were fighting it that hard, like you were like in it.
Stopped and being like, you know what, I'm gonna live another day.
Yeah, come back when I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
you know?
Or I could have just picked another trick. I could have just noticed it on the other side of the ledge.
Yeah.
Picked another spot in that school. But
I think maybe you just got a little hungry because since you've been out here, I've been watching you progress a lot faster.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, I want to take like another big step. Because you started skating handrails recently.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And like just last night, I was looking back at all my Insta clips and I was like, damn, I could skate pretty decent.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Well, the big takeaway that I had was the first time that we went out and filmed together, it took like a couple tries for a lot of your stuff. And then it was probably like 2 months later, we went and filmed the video, and all the tricks that were like the ones that I used in my edit for YouTube, he rifled off first try before I even pulled the phone out. Like he just back tail on the ledge and like 5-0 180s. And I was like, oh, what about back 5-0 front 180? You've never done that before. And he like learned it right away.
I feel like because I'd been skating for so long, new tricks were easier to learn because you already know how to manipulate your body in the board.
Yeah.
So it's just like applying different techniques.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, there's definitely some wisdom to it.
I was on a high, like I was like, everything's good, and now I'm like...
That's when I get nervous. Like right now, I feel, like aside from like my bladder stones, I feel so good on my skateboard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, here it is. Dude, one of these days, I want to get it. It was literally 2 days later that I rolled my ankle. Hence why I haven't been skating for the last like week and a half. How ironic. Of course, I always know that I'm going to get hurt when I realize to myself, like when I think, I haven't been hurt in a while. That's when I know I'm like, oh, why'd I have to think that now I'm going to get hurt tomorrow? Anyways, back to the video.
Priceless thing.
Yeah.
In that way. And like, obviously when you skate more, you're going to be more consistent, you can be more confident. It's kind of like training.
Yeah.
The more you skate, the more you're in it, like the more you're going to reap the rewards.
Yeah. But it's hard for your subconscious not to be cocky about it though, because you're like, oh, like my because backtail's a trick that like I've just been on and off with lately, and I've been skating so much, or I've been on and off with backtails for actually since I started skating. But recently it's like it's really clicked, so I'm like getting a little cocky with backtails. And now I have to keep reminding myself like, no, this is a trick that doesn't work sometimes, so don't be overconfident. I don't want to like step on the rail and not have the board be there. So reminding yourself to like
humble.
Yeah.
Stay humble. Is that what Kendrick said?
Yeah, you keep your skill ego in check because it'll definitely bite you in that. And I don't mean being like cocky as far as like, yeah, I'm the shit, but more so like overly confident in the tricks that you can do. Like shit goes wrong, man. How many tries did that 50-50 take today? Like I couldn't 50-50 the ledge, you know what I mean? I like feeble grinded it in way less tries than I 50-50'd it. So yeah, I don't know if you're ready for that. Okay, I said I wanted a nose blunt yank in. She's already tried. She says you just did stretching, didn't even warm up yet. Just going straight for it. You want to do it? You can do it anywhere you want. Dang, she just got it like that. Oh, chill. She says she's a ledge skater and then does kickflip back disasters. I think she's lying.
Oh, because I grew up on cheese and crackers.
First try so easily. That's a wild one. Like getting into the nose blunt is tenfold the hardest part of that trick. So she just did kickflip back disaster first try and I ran out of storage. Then she did back 5-0 shoveling the ledge afterwards. I blew it. You can do it again though. Yeah, I'm the worst. But in my defense, I'm the greatest. So kind of rounds out to me being pretty average. Oh! Now you have to try it again because I'm the worst. Oh! You get into it perfect every time too. Yeah!
You just got here.
Yeah, she's already going in. Little float up the quarter. Oh, it'd be sick if she does the back 5-0 shove again. She did a really good back 5-0 shove a second ago.
I know. I'm going too fast and now I don't.
Oh, all day. You're still going. What do you mean? Why are you stopping?
9.6.
Contest is still going. She almost died.
I mean, I just laughed, but I was like, hey, like, you're like 70% there. It's like, oh. Right, absolutely.
Damn. She's kind of going in right now. You
Winded out here.
do you dance with the rails at all?
A little bit.
You got anything on the flat bar or the bumper rail? To fakes. Oh! Oh, she's kind of going in right now. You're still good! Oh, that's a trick. I want to get that back 5-0 from 180. I want her to do that. That trick's sick. Ooh. Oh, with the revert back. Whoa! Damn. Chill. And then the gilly grind? The 1-footed Willie, the gilly grind? That kickflip 50-50 with the cross log was super sick. First try. Oh, smallip. Okay, so now she's gonna try kickflip back tail. Try number 1. Oh, you got that. Oh, the fakes.
My legs are jello. 15 minutes.
Yeah, take your time, take your time. Oh, that camper said, my turn. Oh, are you trying to go to fake here or forward?
Wherever it goes.
Whichever one happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta roll the dice. Ah!
I just gotta go fake.
Ah! The first try was so ridiculously close too. You got it right here. That's how it always is. Oh, kickflip Smith. Ah! She said she's only done kickflip back tail on a curb. This is the first leg she's really done it on. But she's getting into it every try, so I'm expecting her to get it.
My legs are done.
Wake them up. Yeah, come on. If you can do that, you can kickflip back tail. Yeah, you got it right here. Are you okay? Her ankle's giving her these crazy shooting pains right now, and like she doesn't know what she did to it. It's just randomly started hurting. I mean, you kind of did whatever that was.
Yeah, I know what's wrong with my ankle. That hurt.
You okay? Oh, you all right?
I'm good.
Yeah.
My ankle.
She has to call it. You said it was from hiking down all the mountains all the time?
Yeah. My ankle's like weird, like shooting pains up my leg. I don't know what's going on.
How often do you have to do the mountain hikes?
At least 3 times a day.
Wait, really?
Yeah, for every meal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You have to go all the way up. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's been a month.
Yeah. I've done it twice, and I'm like, okay.
Hard to skate.
Yeah.
Well, wait, it's the best warm up. That's what I like about it is by the time I get to the skate park, I'm like, oh, I'm like ready to skate. Like I don't have to actually like warm up. I could see a month of that being insane though.